Good morning, guys and gals. Let me go on and get this thing whoop back into shape here. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Refresh, refresh, refresh. I don't know why it don't just automatically start when you start your stream, but you know. All right, let me see here. There's the chat. Good morning, Santee. Good morning, Tony. Yep, here we go again. I'll tell you what, 2 hours ago, I wasn't even sure if there was going to be a stream or not. The wife woke up at 1 o'clock this morning. There was no internet. I got up at 3:30. I worked on it till 5:30. And we don't know what the hell happened. We don't know if they updated, if Xfinity updated their internet service overnight or what the fuck happened. But I woke up, I had a brand new name for my Wi-Fi amplifier in here. It was all messed up. Nothing would log on. YouTube wouldn't log on. The internet wouldn't log on. It kept saying I had a brand new system. It wasn't identifying and just all kinds of crazy crap. It just all of a sudden started working. About 10 till 6, it fired up, started working. Thank God. I was just telling Santee before the show started. Tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have got Jamie and Bree, the Toddy Wabba girl ladies from California. These girls are knowledgeable, they're intelligent, they're beautiful. They're so pretty the internet might have a stroke tonight. You know, I've had some amazing people on our Friday night shows before. I got a feeling these girls are going to be right there at the top of the list. Stay away from the Pornhub. Dude, it wasn't that. It affected the Wi-Fi. It wasn't just my computer. It wasn't, I mean, everything was down for like 4 or 5 hours. And we have no clue what it was. Just all of a sudden, fired up. So, let me see here. I got to like it. Let me put this little here, this little PSA thing up here, right there. And we're going to go on and share this puppy out on the Facebook. Hopefully that works. I haven't even checked it this morning. Um, Now it looks like I'm going to take that taskbar off the bottom to reach my blue bar to put it up there. There we go. Good morning, Jan. Good to see you this morning. I don't say that about all the girls. I ran across Jamie on Chad Smith's podcast almost 2 weeks ago. Well, it was over 2 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago, and asked her about being on, and she was like, "Sure, I'd love to." So we've been working on it and finally got it arranged. So we're gonna do it tonight. I hope everybody has had a good week. I've been staying busy, busy, busy. I've got everything for Sunday's video, except we're going to do our town's Christmas tree lighting tomorrow evening. It's usually a really big shindig. Of course, you know I'll be all dressed up. I'm going to leave that to your imagination. But the whole town shows up. They have music and hot apple cider, coffee, and hot cocoa, and cookies, and just all kinds of things up there. If I could walk without a cane, I could work for my friend in her diner. Oh, that'd be cool. And keep you from sitting around the house taking care of things. Give you something to do at least. Yes, it is. Yeah, Chris. That's who they are. That's who it is. Jamie and Bree from that one time I was abducted. That's work is for the young. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how it is around here, Tony. Even after, the big C ended and our restaurants all started opening back up, their dining rooms and things like that, our McDonald's, well, our Subway, even though it's just one of those little pocket Subway deals, um, uh, they couldn't find any help. They couldn't find any help. Subway's supposed to be open till 9. McDonald's is supposed to be open till 11. And neither one of them could find any dining room help. So nobody wanted to work. I mean, I guess they don't think that, 11, 12, $13 an hour to start is good pay. So they hang out on all the shows I watch. Jamie does card readings with Chad Smith on. So, yep, that's where I met her at. The Sunday before Thanksgiving. And I was going to try to get them on the day following Thanksgiving, but they were both out of town with family, so we went on and wrapped it up this week. I'll tell you what was going on Holly's channel was I have noticed that a lot more channels are all of a sudden getting caught up in this drama of one kind or another. We have a couple regulars on here I can't even watch anymore because all it is drama, drama, drama. You said this, cuss, 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 yada, yada, yada. So, oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I know, Santee. That's exactly how I feel about it too. Say it isn't so. Drama on YouTube. And a lot of the channels that I've been watching, I have seen, um, like the paranormal groups bitching back and forth at each other and calling each other fake and stuff like that. You know, all the paranormal YouTubers and paranormal investigators have got together and started doing this para unity thing. Which you always see at the end of my videos in the outro. Um, this one here is just bitching. Oh, well, you said this, and oh, you accused me of that. You know, I just can't. I can't listen to it. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make people smile, make people laugh, make an extended family, and have fun. And I'm just not about that. Not about that. So yeah, tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I got the Toddy Wobble ladies, Jamie and Bree, as our guests. Haven't really had a chance to talk to them. They don't do a lot of the social media thing. Um, I've been communicating with them through email. So I've not had a chance to do any kind of a pre interview thing. We're going to meet up about a half hour before the stream starts tonight and do a pre interview real quick. Number one, I want to know what a toddy wabba is. I mean, I've had some toddies and I've definitely felt on some wabbas in my life, but I've never had a toddy wabba. So it's going to be a learning experience for all of us. I've been just hanging back, watching too many streams. I've already been asked by one channel why I'm supporting another channel, yada yada. Gotta pop to watch the live stream. Now I gotta put a rascal ghost into a video. Have a good one. You too, bud. You take care of yourself. Have a good one today, and hopefully we'll see you tonight. Good morning, Rusty. Hope you're doing good this morning, my friend. Donations and everything up until the 15th. Um, that gives me enough time to go out and buy gifts from. Well, we discovered it at 1 o'clock this morning. I finally got it remedied at almost 6 o'clock this morning. How long it had been going on, we don't know. But there's something interfering with our Wi Fi. I have no clue. But we're going to keep going as long as we can go. Hey, Chris. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well over there in the motherland. For those of you that didn't know, next week I will be guest hosting on Ghost Squad Scotland with Chris. We're going to be talking about Scottish clans. I don't have a date or time yet, but as soon as I have it, of course, I will post something in the community tab, letting everybody know when it is, what day, what time, etc., etc., etc. Today is my eldest 40th birthday. Damn, do I feel old. Oh, your eldest is just what 7 years, 7 years older than my eldest. My boy's just turned 33 in October 22nd. So I'm right there with you, bud. What color hoods do they wear? Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Kin to the Braun clan. Wow, very cool. Um, you should run Ethernet cable from your house. Quicker internet. Well, if me and the modem weren't on completely opposite ends of the house, that is where the only phone cable, or I should say, the only cable comes in at. Um, and the house phone is plugged into the modem. We don't use the wall jacks in the house. None of them work. Um, when Grandma got it set up years ago, she got it set up where the telephone runs through the modem. So, luckily we have cell phones here because if, anybody ever broke into the house during a storm or something like that and we don't have power, we have no house phone to call 911. So, but yeah, if it wasn't for the fact they were 70 feet apart, I would have already ran Ethernet cable. That only means that my 41st anniversary was yesterday. Well, happy belated anniversary, bud. Happy belated. I do have a Wi-Fi booster. I have a Wi-Fi booster sitting right there, bud. I have got a Wi-Fi booster. Of course, I'll be calling our cable company or our internet company today because 3 weeks ago they said they were going to send us Wi-Fi boosters from the company, and we haven't seen or heard from them yet. So, yeah, we were married 6 months earlier than you. Few of us hang in there. You should, have absolutely belated happy anniversary. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's video on the history of Detroit, Michigan. Uh, I actually left a lot out of that video for a future video, but when 10:10 p.m. Okay, 10:10 p.m. GMT. So, what is GMT? Saw my first killing in Detroit. And I've been through Detroit twice. Well, no, I take that back. I've been through Detroit 4 times, but 2 trips. Going into Ontario and coming back out twice. And GMT, is that Mountain Time? Uh, 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 so I'm going to guess that's like 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 8 o'clock. And I don't know. I don't know what a GMT is. Greenwich Mean Time. Oh yeah, I have no clue what that is. I'm in Michigan, but Michigan Eastern Standard Time. I'm 5 hours after you. So like yeah, like right now it's 8:20 here, so it'd be like 1:20 in the afternoon at your place. And it's really funny you mentioned the time zone thing. Yesterday, weirdest thing I ever seen in my life. I'm in here on the computer. All of a sudden, my time dials back. It's now understand it's 2:10 in the afternoon. All of a sudden, my time dialed back to 7:20 a.m. No clue what happened. It took me forever to get the time to switch back to the regular time. I've never seen a computer just all of a sudden shoot back in time. I started looking at my phones and stuff. It's like, oh my God, did I have a portal open on my computer or what? Did I just discover accidental time travel on my computer? as you guys saw at the, oh, your computer has done it before. Mine has never. Um, every time, I mean, and it's really weird too because, um, when you get a brand new computer, you take it out of the box, you get everything hooked up, you plug it in, you find your time zone. 9 times out of 10, a computer is set to automatically find the proper time zone it's in. And mine was still set on, you know, automatic time zone identification. And it was showing me, and that's the funny thing, it was showing me in like um, Greenland. It was showing me like in Greenland. I'm like, what the hell? Number one, it's not 7 something in the morning in Greenland right now. But I had to go in and completely reset the auto search for the time zone. And it, hey, Moose Knuckle, good to see you, bud. Practicing karate in the garage by myself. I lost. Well, our buddy Tyler that's in here a lot. Midwest History Comes Alive. He sent me a video uh, 2 summers ago where he had set up a place out in his backyard to practice his high kicks and stuff like that, and his punches. And he was out there and he was kicking the shit out of this piece of wood. All of a sudden, he jumped up, kicked this thing. It went way up in the air, come right back and smacked him right in the face and knocked him down. I told him, I said, dude, when you're so young, you can't handle your wood. There is something seriously wrong with you. And I still tease him about that piece of wood kicking his ass. So it's not it doesn't surprise me, man. It really honestly doesn't surprise me that you were out in your garage practicing karate alone and kicked your own ass. I'm 61, karate is out, guns are in. Amen. Amen. I mean, I'm right there with you, Tony. At my age, I don't move near as fast as I used to, and I'm not near as fluid as I used to be. So yeah, always bring a gun to a kicking fight. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Moose. Always handle your wood. Always keep your hands on your wood, man. Always keep a firm grip on your wood so you know what's going on. But anyway, like I said a little bit ago, I have got everything going. I'll be working all day today um, on Sunday's video. Of course, I'll put a little bit of tomorrow night's city, our village Christmas tree lighting and everything at the end of it. Uh, but Sunday's video is on the western part of the Transcontinental Railroad. You know, the mountain ranges, Donner's Pass, Donner's Peak, stuff like that. So it's going to be real interesting. I try to live by that philosophy. McDonald's doesn't agree. I can see that. The Chinese sections, yeah, yeah. Right about the time they started hiring the Chinese to dig the passes and do all the explosives work. Yeah, you are correct, Tony. That is the part. I actually had found a I had found a video. What got me going on the transcontinental railroad thing is I had found a video on a reenactment of the Golden Spike, driving the Golden Spike, and yeah, video quality just sucked. You could barely hear anybody that was talking. There was a huge crowd there. Of course, they had the two steam engines pulled head to head. They had a 30-star flag that they raised up for the commemoration of it and everything. And yeah, they hired the Chinese to do all the shit that gets you dead. You are correct. You are right. It was a very dangerous job, and several um, Chinese folks lost their lives putting in the Transcontinental Railroad. Just watch Hell on Wheels. Good show. Damn good show. But yeah, I hated the ending of Hell on Wheels. I have never watched the ending of it. I always find other things to do during the daytime when the wife's at work, and I never get a chance to sit down, or I haven't got a chance to sit down and watch the whole series. Maybe one day. She don't get into that kind of stuff, so I watch my westerns and things like that when she's at work. Good morning, Robert. Hope you're doing well this morning, bud. Yeah, we seen that the other night, Moose. Um, I saw that where they were bringing Willow back as a series. The wife and I here recently, we've been watching this new Wednesday Addams show, and it's funny. It's funny. It's really nice that Christina Ricci is in it. I mean, she played Wednesday for years. Um, it's really cool. It's funny. I'm trying to get motivated to move snow again. We were supposed to have snow Wednesday, bud. And matter of fact, they were talking about the possibility of a lot of snow. And we didn't. It flurried so light I could open the back door and count the flurries. I mean, it was that bad. Colder than a well digger's butt in cast iron underwear, but no snow. This morning again, 31 degrees, no snow. Here I am talking about it. Now watch. Next week we'll get 2 foot again, like we almost got, 2.5 weeks ago. I'll come move for you. Just kick back. All right. We'll see you later, Moose. You take care of yourself, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Have yourself a good day. Wednesday was 7 inches. My wife wishes she could get 7 inches in one day. I got to spread that out over a week. Thursday was 6 inches in the morning, and last night was another 12. Now you're just bragging. Now you're just bragging, Robert. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Jan, for bringing that up. Hit the like button, share it out. I have noticed lately that we're not getting the views on the videos again. I don't know if it's just the people that we're sharing out the videos to aren't sharing them out. Who knows? Who knows? There for a very, very short time, we were on a straight path. To I mean, the second that we get monetized again, which we are at 683. We are almost at that 700 mark again. We got 317 to go, um, before we hit that thousand. But we were on a straight path to the second we hit that thousand to start, you know, securing and bringing in a little bit of income to help out with equipment and stuff like that. But since things have slowed down, who knows? Holiday season. And that's why, starting next week, we're going to start our holiday videos. They always seem to do well. Um, so we'll see what happens. We will just see what happens. But I am starting to work, overtime again in here, trying to make sure I get my guests in on Friday night so I can give everybody a real good show. I have been sending out emails constantly to prospective guests, to come on and talk about themselves, talk about their channels, what they do, things like that. So we're going to see where the new year goes. Today is the 2nd of December. Do you realize that the first thousand was during the Cody era? Kind of, sort of. We really started to blow up when I started doing the Cody thing. But I actually got my first thousand, um, right after New Year's on, 2020. No, 2019. I started the channel March of 2019, and, uh, I broke my first thousand right after New Year's 2020. No, I started the channel 2018, broke my first thousand right after New Year's 2019. Because 2020 is when the big C started hitting, and that's when things kind of killed off a little bit. Good morning, Ty. Good to see you, ma'am. We were just talking about you a few minutes ago. Yeah. Yeah, Moose Knuckle was in here, and, he was talking about going out practicing karate in his garage and kicking his own butt. And, we weren't. And I brought up when you had your workout, your karate stuff there in your backyard, and that piece of wood kicked your butt. So I told him he wasn't alone. I mean, he at least kicked his own butt. You had your butt, kicked by an inanimate object. So I mean, it's those loving, fond memories, dude. Just got the kids off to school. Yeah, and it won't be very long before they're home for like 2 weeks for Christmas break. Go figure. I think Ash is. I think Ash is putting hash marks on her wall, counting down the days right now, like somebody in a jail cell. There's 1st of December. There's a 2nd December. Another 17 days, and I'm free for 14. All right, bud. That's fine. I I I I I, I was watching a show last night, and I got an idea for little additions to the videos. Um, just little ha-has to go in there to make people go, wait, what did I just see? And go back and look. Um, Apparently, I was wrong about the agreement. Hmm. Most curious. Okay. All right. Well, I'm always here. There's always a device or something stuck up my ass. She didn't sign like I was told. Well, now, doesn't that just shed a whole new light on this mess? Hmm. So I take it she kind of, sort of, almost, but not quite stuck her head in the proverbial noose and then jumped off the stool herself. Yes, it does, Jan. Puts a whole new twist on things. For those of you that don't know, Iowa apparently doesn't follow, you know, federal laws and stuff like this. They like to make up their own laws on things. Now, I've lived in Michigan, Indiana, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Texas. Now, every state that I've lived in has these things. Every state has these things called restraining orders, and when a judge grants a restraining order against somebody, if that person violates this restraining order, then usually the first time, but the second time, your butt sits in jail for a little bit. Well, in Iowa, apparently every time you violate a restraining order is just something pretty that you hang on your wall and look at. It really has no legal bearing. So every time you violate one, you go in there, the judge says, now you shouldn't have done that. And you get to go home. But, you know, I got a feeling that if roles were reversed and she had custody of the girls and he was the one violating the restraining order, he would have done already been sitting in jail for over a year. Um, so, you know, but, you know, 2 times ago when they went to court, she was told she had to do a hair follicle test and she had to sign these visitation forms by, court was on Friday, she had to sign them by the following Monday. And she didn't. And they went back to court here recently, and nothing was even mentioned about the hair follicle test, but she still had to sign the visitation forms. And, um, well, needless to say, apparently she hasn't. So, thank you, Iowa, for showing everybody that the law does not apply equally to everyone. And it don't even matter if you're wealthy or not. If you got boobies, I guess you don't. The law don't apply to you. So, what are you supposed to do? Yeah, I agree, Jan. I agree completely. You know, when just some of the evidence that he has had from messaging and stuff like that when he presented that to his attorney, and uh, in Michigan or Indiana or Tennessee or South Carolina or Texas, her butt would have been locked up with a felony. But matter of fact, she probably would have been serving, you know, 8, 9, 10 years in any one of those states. But in Iowa, oh, it was just a misunderstanding. That's not what she meant to type. She was just under duress. Move out of Iowa and never look back. Exactly what I've been telling you, bud, for a long time. Or Ohio, Cincinnati has no problem jailing women. Apparently 49 states don't, but Iowa does. Well, Ty, you know our door's open, bud. You know our door's open. You know, we'll help you any way we can. I know you don't like living in town, and you certainly don't like apartments. But like I said, we have an um, income based apartment complex right here in town. Um, so we'll help where we can, and you'll be within walking distance of here. So, well, at least in the summertime. In the wintertime, we may come pick you up, but I mean, just depends on how much we want to how much we want to giggle watching you shiver when you get here. I mean, it's only going to be like a 15-minute walk, but still, you know, you freeze your chestnuts off, bud. Iowa is the only state that makes it on laws, makes its own laws. Yeah, exactly. Well, come January 1st, Illinois um, ain't going to jail anyone. No cash bail. Really? And see, that's another thing. That right there, Ty, is the one thing that pisses me off most. That's what grinds my gears right there. Never, ever, ever, ever in any state I've ever, even states I've heard of, says that if you have sole custody, which you do, if you have sole custody of your children, you can only move so far away from the mom. It's like I've told you before. In Indiana, I knew people that got divorced, got custody of their kids. They live in North Carolina. The spouse lives in California. They have custody of their kids in North Carolina, and the spouse has to figure out how they're going to get visitation with the kids. They have to buy them plane tickets, they have to get them bus tickets, they have to do whatever, or travel to get them, spend their week or 2 weeks there, and then go back home. I've never heard of a state before in my life that says, oh, well, you have sole custody of your kids, but you're only allowed to move 5 hours away from her front door. God. Now I honestly, finally, really regret not going to law school. I regret. I would so have taken that case pro bono and some people up. Hey, Freedom, good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well. It's ridiculed for starting the purge ending bail. Wow. Oh, thank God. How are you? You ain't the only one that's pissed about it. She can still have her visits. How can she still have visits if she's not got the hair follicle test and she's not signed the visitation forms? How the hell can she have visitation? See, once again, we got to stop talking about this. I'm just going to fucking fume and pop a gasket or something like that. That's straight up bullshit right there. When the judge sits down and says you can't do this, or you have to do this, or you can't see your kids, or you can't do that, or you can't see your kids, and she just don't do anything and she still gets all of her rights. Um, she can go do the test, and if clean, she can visit. State does what it wants due to. I don't know. What they're doing is sending out a message to people that it's okay. Violate the law. It's just a smack on the wrist. There's no bench warrant. There's no arrest warrant for, violating a court order or contempt or anything like that. The last time they went to court for contempt, and she walked out of there free as hell. Anyway, on a good note, I'm not shutting down the channel, working on a Christmas video. Intentional division to keep people distracted. Not surprising. Well, I'm glad you're not shutting down the channel, bud. I'm glad you're not shutting down the channel. I have offered to help you, multiple times. All you have to do is record your clips, you know, send them to me, tell me what you want, and I am more than happy to jump in there, do whatever I can to help you throw up good videos and stuff, get you fired up till you can get, get that little additional kick in the ass that you need to. Santa needs me. Well, I am Santa's little helper this year, so. Hey, John, good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Happy December 2nd. The month of bells and a lot of ho-hos is here. Where would we be without our ho-hos? Well, for a lot of guys, they'd probably still have their home because they wouldn't have mortgaged their house to, Oh God, I gotta slow down on these things. The wife was only able to get me a couple packs yesterday, so I gotta slow down on these puppies. I even got to jump on my beard. About damn time. Got a old baby face thing going there. Find a constitutional lawyer. If you have attorney, they have POA and are not objected to filing proper motions. Yep. I've even got a job. I just don't have the belly. You'll never have the belly, dude. I've seen you eat. I swear to God, you poop it out faster than you eat it. I don't know how in the world you're not as big around as you are tall. And thank God for your young ass metabolism, is all I can say, because I don't think any of the rest of us have that problem. Howdy, honey, howdy, Drew. Good, hope you're doing well. I'm doing excellent. Excellent day. My daddy told me never let something grow on your face that grows wild on your ass. Your daddy sounds like he was an intelligent person. Then again, I can't say the same for mine. It was just 2 years ago he had this big old long thing coming down to about here, and my mom finally told him, "You have got to shave that thing off your face. Looks like you got a hamster hanging off your shin for dear life right now." Jay said he's listening. He's on his way out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hopefully Jay don't have to work tomorrow, and he actually gets to start spending weekends at home with you, Jan. But knowing the workaholic that Jay is, he'll end up working tomorrow. Told you. Yeah, I was looking around the Ozarks, seen a few nice spots, waiting for the right one with a good price. There you go. But he does get the Monday after Christmas off. That's cool. Ozarks are in Missouri. Hey Tyler, I hear the plot of land right next to Tony's homestead is probably up for sale. That way Tony will have a neighbor. He'll have a buddy he can sit around with and drink coffee and shoot small woodland creatures and stuff. Mysteries. Have you been losing weight? Looking good. Hey, Bubba. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. You know, JJ and her husband were up here a few months ago, and she told me she was really surprised how much thinner I look in person than I do on screen. I don't see it. I think I look about the same, but yeah, I have been losing a little bit of weight. Thank you. As long as the wedding ring slides on and off with you know little effort, then I know I'm staying in that safe zone. But thank you, I appreciate it. I'm looking where Bill Gates ain't got farmland. Little gremlin. Oh, sorry. Missouri, Arkansas. I like that. I ain't telling you that shit. Neighboring land comes up. And that's exactly what I was just thinking. That's exactly what I was just thinking when you said I ain't telling you that. It first thing that crossed my mind is, of course he ain't gonna tell you that because as soon as that land comes up available, Tony's gonna buy it. He's just gonna add to his plot. Same here. Sliding off the finger. Happen to put wedding ring on the middle finger. Well, and see, where's it at? There it is. I keep a roll of artificial sinew around. Basically, it's catgut string. And as my rings start to get, wait, this way, no, this way. As my rings start to get too big on me, I wrap them. I put 3 or 4 layers of that stuff on, and that's how much weight I've lost since I got these rings. Well, then again, when I got these rings, I was 265 pounds. I'm right at 220 now. Um, every once in a great blue moon, I'll drop down to about that 212 mark, and then I'll shoot right back up to 220 and sit there. But it's still a hell of a lot better on my heart, and a hell of a lot better on my knees, with that 45 pounds being gone. So I'm not gonna complain. Only land I've seen worth the price is in Savannah, Missouri, 15 acres. 15 acres be pretty good. Butler County, but there isn't any land for sale around me that have seen. Yep, go figure. Again, and I've noticed on a lot of these live streams when people go back and view them after they're live, the chat does not appear. So I'm going to keep, continuously letting folks know that tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to have the Toddy Waba ladies, um, Jamie and Bree, from out on the West Coast. They're going to be here talking about their uh, their podcasts, what they do. We might even get some card readings in. Who knows? I've not had a chance to talk to them because the only connection we have is email. So we're going to talk for about a half hour beforehand. So, and get everything arranged in. So it's going to be as big a surprise for me tonight as it is for y'all. Hey, Justin, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Brenna is looking around Stony County and Tammany County. The chats don't show till YouTube vets them. Okay, I got you. I got you. We do still have the adoptive family and the Toys for Tots thing going on, guys. It's going on for another 13 days. That way, I have time to go out and buy the gifts. Um, like I said in the little commercials, um, in the videos, any cash donations can be sent to the normal PayPal. You know, the PayPal.me/Mr. History 2020. If a person wants to send actual gifts, cards, things like that, just get a hold of me at livinghistorycomesalive@gmail.com, and I will get you I will send you an actual physical mailing address where that stuff can be sent to. I'm doing good. Just woke up. There's a lot of that going around, Justin. There's a lot of just waking up going around. I actually laid back down. I was up fighting with the Wi-Fi for hours. Finally, at 6:30, I went back in, laid down in bed, told the wife to make sure I was up by 7:30, and I was up for 5 hours fighting with that damn thing this morning. I was ready to lay back down. That's Branson for those of you that don't know. Good morning, Candy. Good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well this morning. Midget was up at 3:30. Got back up at 7:30. Wow. You know how them midgets are. Branson is touristy area, so it is costlier for land. Very much so. Might be good. Kalamazoo. Might be going to the Kalamazoo Air Zoo today. That's a very interesting place. That's a very interesting place, Justin. Danny has investigated that place a couple times. Told me about it. I've seen some of his video footage and photographs and stuff. That place looks really interesting. If if I had a way, I would be up there quite a bit. I love trains. I love airplanes. And they've got a real nice museum up there. um, Got to go pay land tax this morning. Ick, ick. I hate this bitch. I'm telling you, but she found a house she wants for 175,000. Wow. Tell her the limit is 17.5. Hey, Shane. Good to see you, bud. Haven't seen you in God since forever. Love adulting. We'll move. I know, right? Freedom, but at least I only have to pay land tax once a year. Man, I'll tell you what, that is one thing that I enjoy about states like Tennessee or Michigan or Indiana, where you can split it up between spring and fall. That way it doesn't, like stab you in the heart as bad. Um, like my mom and dad pay what, $6,000 a year for property tax. They split it up, 3,000 in April, 3,000 in November, December. Um, no, it's not even that much. I think they only pay like $800 a year. So it's like $400 in the spring, $400 in the fall. Been working working like a madman. I bet you have. I bet you have. Drew, if you've seen this house, you don't know how it could sell so low. Should be priced way higher. Wow. At least I don't have to pay rent. I own my house. But do you really? Do you really own your house? Do any of us really own our homes? One thing I have found out, if you don't pay your property taxes, they take your home. And then there's two houses here in town, two beautiful houses. Um, a mother passed away, and the son was working on her home and his home, and like 6 months later, he passed away on his property. So both houses have been sitting empty for a year and a half. Um, Summertime next year, they'll put both of them up on tax sales for like $400 or $500 each. So yeah, you never really own anything. At least I don't have to pay my tax. Well, $69 a year. Damn, that's good, Tony. They do 4 payments for ours if needed. That's very helpful at times. Get this house I saw in Virginia, built in 1795 with 1,100 acres. It's only 27 million. Pocket change. Pocket change. You and the wife should move straight in there, Shane. I want to move out of Alabama, but people keep asking me why when I already own my house. Don't pay rent. Well, based on location, you could sell that house and go someplace else and buy and flat out buy a house and not have to make payments or anything on it. So yeah, where you go, where you live, where you find your happiness and joy is completely up to you. There's always a way to do it. You register. You don't own land or house or cars. And my tiny cabin's not a house. I'm looking in Alabama. Musk pocket change. Yeah, well, yeah. Elon Musk pocket change. Grandpa pays 7,000 for farm tax. Yep, and that's really sad too, because I mean, the farmers are the backbone of our country. So I mean, if anybody should be getting tax breaks on stuff, it should be farmers. It should be people raising grain or growing grain. It should be people raising cattle, hogs, alpacas, emus. I mean, they are the backbone of this country. We would starve the F to death if it wasn't for our farmers. Farms get many tax breaks. Hmm. I know they should get a lot more, but yeah, you are right. They do get their fair share of tax breaks. CPR ground, timber, and hay fields. I live in the town I was born in, didn't grow up here, but I've been back here since I was 15. And I'm 50 now, and I hate this town. They know your business before you do. Sounds like the town that me and my first wife lived in. I found out that my wife was filing for divorce by the guy at the grocery store. Boonies, don't, no, I don't see. Yeah, exactly. Every time I get behind a huge piece of farm equipment on the highway, I get pissed off. You know, until we got this SUV thingy she drives now. Back when she had her little car and stuff, I tried to talk her into driving over those or underneath those fertilizers going down the road. It's like, my God, you've got 6 foot of clearance. This is a 5 foot car. Just drive right under the damn thing. Trying to get behind you. If you walk outside and fart, hell, the whole town will know about it. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not. Well, everyone, I got to get out of here, get work done, yell, have a great Friday. You do the same, and don't forget, give me a holler later. We will discuss Christmas videos and neat shit. My God, it is a quarter after 9 already. Psh, we only got 45 minutes left. We have too much fun in here, y'all. But hey, no one forget, tonight we do have the Toddy Wabba ladies on here, Jamie and Bree. We're going to talk about an array of subjects, some pretty off the wall stuff. The nice thing about these girls, they're just as ornery as we are, sometimes ornerier. So, make some hot dogs, send the kids to their room. God only knows where tonight's conversation's going to go. It don't have to end at a set time. It ain't like your carriage is going to turn to a pumpkin. It's true. It's true. The last time I was out after midnight, though, my carriage turned into a rutabaga. Wasn't pretty, but it was easy to carry home. So yeah. Oh, but yeah, tonight's going to be really interesting. Like I said, tomorrow night here in the village, we are having our Christmas tree lighting fall festival. I will have some of that uh, clipped at the end of Sunday's video. Of course, like I said before, I will be all gussied up for that one. I might even pull out my walking stick and my top hat. Then again, I might just have my bowler on. Who knows? But I will be gussied up and looking very pretty for the Christmas festival, kind of like an old English caroler. So One never knows. I would dress up as Santa Claus, but there's already a Santa Claus up there, and well, his suit isn't homemade, so he looks prettier. He looks much prettier than I do in my Santa suit. So, yeah. Oh, I would say it is time for the wife to go to work.
Yeah, and I also already fed Grandma. She's already back to bed. Thank God. She's having a rough morning. Just a warning. Hopefully she'll wake up different. Start the crock pot at 10, low for the 8 hours. I
Okay.
got food in there. Kiss.
Right.
Or as soon as you get out of here, it doesn't have to be exactly at 10.
Yeah.
Alright,
All
low.
right.
8 hours.
Got you, babe.
We got the mashed potatoes. I got chicken and cream mushroom soup in there. What you got with mashed potatoes?
Yummy, yummy.
Yep, alright, love you.
Love you, babe. Have a good day.
Yep.
Sounds like an easy job for me. Turn on the crock pot when the live stream's over, turn it on low. Don't touch it again for the rest of the day. I love her crock pot dinners. Well, gotta go, gotta finish getting ready to walk to town to pay the bills later today. Candy, you too, sweetie. Have a blessed day. Hey, and do me a favor. Do me a favor, Candy. Are you still here, Candy? Are you here, Candy? Are you listening to me, Candy? Are you listening to me? Don't let this artist guy rip your guts up. Don't let him rip your guts up. You are you are completely unique and wonderful, and no one gives two big fuzzy shits what this artist guy has to say or anything else. Sticks and stones. Sticks and stones, and you're a granite wall, baby. So he can throw all the sticks and stones he wants to. He can talk till he's blue in the face. It don't matter. Don't let this guy rip you up and turn you into something that you're not. I know you're not a quiet woman. You're not some mealy little quiet person. God knows that. We love that about you. But don't let this guy turn you into something you ain't. That's right. Uncle Drew walks into a live stream on occasion and just sits there and lurks. Let him come over here and pick on me. He's a good artist. He's not the best I've seen, but he's a good artist. I think I'd make a fine picture. Take care. We're meant to be different, unique, not fit in a box. Amen. Amen. That's exactly it. He wants to be a little dick weasel. Let him be a little dick weasel. That's the way I look at it. People have called me a fake. People have called me a fraud. People have said, that you know my videos suck. People have said my channel sucks. People have even gone as far as you know turning in the fake copyright strikes, getting the old channel jerked down. Didn't slow me down. Didn't stop me. Next day, I was right back up again and rolling. So I don't, I don't subscribe to durism. This guy sounds like a duristic kind of person. All right, Justin, you take care, bud. Stay warm. Take care of yourself, and hopefully I'll see you again before winter gets too awful bad. We'll just have to wait and see. Can't be happy for others when they don't have. Yeah. Yep. Yep, and you know, one of my biggest things, one of the reasons that we don't get attacked by trolls and stuff like that here is because we don't give them what they want. They want to be the center of attention. They're not going to fume me. They're not going to fire me up. They're not going to, you know, get me pissed off and have me up there screaming and yelling at them and stuff like that. I talk to them just like I talk to you because, well, if you look at that chat section, all them really pretty blue wrenches and stuff like that, you know, I've got a lot of people in that chat with blue wrenches that have very, very, very short fuses and no tolerance for durisms either. So I can sit up here and be nice and be polite and be courteous, and y'all take care of the durisms. You know, I got Jan, I got Tony, I got you, Freedom, I got Rusty, I got all kinds of people, Candy, that have absolutely no tolerance for an overdose of bullshit. And people come in here, and I can be as polite and as courteous as anybody ever dreamt of a person being, because I got a lot of people watching my back. So that's the way I look at it. And you don't even got to say anything to them. You don't even got to say anything to them. You talk to them kindly. You talk to them respectfully. You warn them once. We don't tolerate that here. I guarantee you will get kicked, and you will continue to get kicked every time you come back. Don't matter what name you come in under. It's the way I look at it. Waste of energy, although my anger is definitely quick. Yep, you got that right. I don't have tolerance for that nonsense. Amen. I tend to be polite and courteous, nice. On the other, live and let live. Don't want to see plenty of other channels. Yep. Always been on the darker side. It can be nice, but can also be mean. There you go. There you go. Well, and you see, I've always been that kind of person that relates people to different kinds of animals. Some of my best friends, let me just rephrase that. Some of the best people I know aren't people. And, you know, some of my best friends walk on more than two legs. And see Tony, and don't let me finish what I'm saying before you go. I see Tony as a rattlesnake or a, 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 um, a cottonmouth. He's quiet. He's he's there, but you don't know the extent of the damage he can do until after you step on his tail. Then you find out the extent of just how lethal he can be. And I have a lot of people like that. I have a lot of people like that. People that, yes, exactly, Jan, exactly. He'll be humorous. He'll be funny. He'll be the life of the party. And then when you least expect it, he sinks his fangs. And then it's over with. You are 55 miles from the nearest snake bite kit. Your ass gonna die. I don't really do mean. No, but you find a way to be sweet in the nastiest ways. And that's what I respect about you. You don't have to be a dick to be mean. You are one of the friendliest, funniest people I've ever met, Tony. But I got a feeling if if somebody really pushes you beyond the Tony limit, there's hell to be paid. I don't mean I don't mean in a bad sense. I don't do violence, but reciprocate energy given. I like that. Very Tony will hit you when you least expect. That's the kind of friend I like to have. Amen. Me too. Me too. Genuine truth here. I really hate stupid shit. Yep. Yep. That's what I respect about you, bud. That's what I respect about you. I love your humor. I love the way you look at everyday life. You could be hurting. Well, we've seen you in here. Push yourself too hard, be hurting like there's no tomorrow. Like there's not enough painkillers or alcohol in the world to make the pain go away. And you're still in here laughing and carrying on and joking and trying to make plans for the next time you're going to go out and potentially hurt yourself again doing stuff that, you know, advanced individuals such as you and I and some of the others in here probably shouldn't be doing in one burst of energy. We should spread it out over a few bursts. Although, as to trolls, we on our own show, we love trolls. They're more like a game. That's how I've always looked at them. That's how I've always looked at them. You know, and that's one reason why most of the trolls that have been around for 2 or 3 years have been in here. They don't come in here and cause trouble. They're loyal members of the family, and they come in here, they chat, whatever the case may be. But if some newbie comes in and they start flinging poop, sometimes those trolls are the first ones to jump in there and protect us. Show respect where respect is due. Oh, it's empty. Glub, 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 glub. Shake the Cage. I really enjoy your show. I've got to sit in on a couple of Tony's shows, and it's really weird, for over a year now, I've not really been getting a lot of notifications, but for some reason here recently, I'm starting to get more. So there's a Tony show? That would be hilarious. Tony does do a good show. Tony and his co-hosts normally do a really, really good show together. Um, I love it. I love to sit in there and just listen to them. I don't even have to comment sometimes. I'll just sit there and laugh. It's a great show. It is. Yep, Jan. Yep, it's a great show. Wish my head didn't come to a point. This stocking cap might actually stay on it better. It's on hiatus for the rest of the year. Oh no, not hiatus. Shit. Now what am I going to do after my stream's over? I guess I got to commit to work more. Of course, tomorrow, Danny and I are supposed to sit down and chat about the new show coming up. I guess we're going to start it next week. I don't know if it's still going to be on Wednesday nights or if it's going to be on Thursday nights or what's going on. But as soon as I know, I'll make sure and let you guys know. You know, he's been taking time away from unrestricted paranormal due to health concerns and, you know, losing the engine in his Ecto going down, which was his everyday car. Um, Now that he's got things squared away there, he is ready to get fired back in again on the podcast. So he and I will be back on together again. Like I said, I believe next week. As soon as I have the info on it, you guys will have the info on it. I need to take a break. It's understandable. Looking forward to it coming back. I am too. I am too. I'm looking very forward to it coming back. Yeah, Superman Danny. You got it. Super Dog. Super Dog. What we do is very mentally draining. I could imagine. I'd love to be on there with you guys sometime, Tony, just to pull some of the stress off you. Um, that would just be, yeah, that'd be interesting. You, you don't want to get me started on some of the you guys talk about. Prayers and blessings, things that can for him. Keeping our fingers crossed, Freedom. It's been kind of. There was some big scares there that I'm not free to talk about here on the channel. But you know, we've had some very huge relief when things have come back negative and clear and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm just happy that he's fine and healthy and ready to get fired back in on stuff again. Yep, the car is getting fixed. Is exactly what I heard too. So the old Ecto is not dead and gone, just temporarily parked, and we'll be riding in it again, Ghostbustered up next year. Been keeping up with Danny and extending my love. That's good. That's good. Everybody needs that love and support. There's blessings right there. Happy for it. Make it continue. Good tidings. My youngest told me she's giving me her Suburban. Yeah, you mentioned that the other day, Tony. I know you said you was waiting to see, you know, which one was going to be the driver, or you were waiting to see the condition it was in because you was wanting to find out which one was going to be the everyday driver and which one was going to be the parts vehicle. I would still love to get my hands on an old Suburban. I love the old Suburbans. The old ones may have been gas hogs, but I'll tell you what, those things were Those things were strong as hell. You could run a you could run a Suburban into the ground and jump right back in, fire it up, and drive it back out again. Kids and adult mixed company. Yeah, we can't have any of that. Children, enter at your own risk. There's some stuff here that may stunt your growth. There's some stuff here that may very well stunt your intellectual level. It's what we do. That's why I like Tony and his co-host on Early Watch. There's definitely some stuff there that'll make you think, and there's some stuff there that'll make your head hurt from thinking so hard. Oh, is that his name, Jimmy? Very cool. My brother from another mother. So I hope you guys are ready for the holiday season. It is upon us. We have got 23 days left till Christmas. We have got 13 days left in the Adopt a Family Toys for Tots um, program we got going on here. I have already been seeking out um, families that were either hit by the big C, lost a parent, um, work accidents, businesses closing down, and this is a very, very small village, guys. We have a total of um, 3 factories, 1 actual restaurant, and 2 diners. And then, of course, you have um, you have, like, Dollar General, Family Dollar, hardware store. But the hardware store, the same people have worked there for the last 30 years. Um, the two of the 3 factories we work in are skilled labor. One of them is just a shithole. Um, Half the time you don't get breaks. Money mysteriously comes missing off your checks, things like that. So there's not a lot of possibility in this town for people to find work. A lot of times people have to drive great, great distances, like an hour or more, um, um, to find decent work. So I just bought the last been baking cookies. Yeah, I know. I got to start that too. I got to start pulling up. Or I got to get a hold of my mom and get grandma's recipes for ginger snaps or Mexican wedding cakes, um, stuff like that. Just bought the last of the stuff for the family we support. Very cool. Very cool. Um, how's the drive coming? Slow. Slow. I mean, we've had a couple donations. Nothing like extremely huge. Um, but it's going. It's going. We'll just leave it at that. I promised that everything was going to be hush hush with it. Um, it it's coming. It's coming. Sorry, but this was in the works before. No problem, Tony. No problem at all, bud. I'm sure, regardless, of whether a family is helped in um, uh, Illinois or it's helped in Michigan or Northern Indiana, somebody is getting helped and somebody is going to have a Christmas that they wouldn't have without us. And that's the most important thing. It don't matter where they're at. So, yeah, don't be sorry, bud. Don't be sorry. Um, have other options besides PayPal? No, because PayPal has, I've come to find, is the easiest way to do it. I mean, you know, number one, PayPal don't take a percentage out. When you do donate through PayPal, donate under friends and family, and that way every penny that's sent, that person receives. If you if you donate under the other, like the business paying for goods or whatever, then they take a percentage out of that. Um, but I've come to find, even with Cash App takes 20%. Um, and that's one reason why when we get remonetized, I won't use the yeah, super chats and stuff anymore, because the trick to super chat is when you donate money to super chat, they take 30% of that money for themselves. So if you send $1 to me, I only get 70 cents. Then at the end of the month, when they collect all of it together and they send you your check, they take another 30% off the top of that whole check. So I may, before it's all said and done, I wind up only getting about 60% of what you send. So out of $1, I'm only going to get 60 cents of it. I found that out during my whole study session on, trying to become a better channel and getting behind the scenes of how things work with YouTube. That's why I won't use super chats anymore, because super chats, you only get almost just a little over half of what a person sends before it's all said and done. Venmo, that's a good idea, Jan. I appreciate that, honey. I appreciate that help. Yeah, I've never done the Venmo thing or anything. I deleted PayPal due to a policy change. They have to check with hubby, see what he has wanted to donate. Huh. Never heard of that before. People would do that so they see their name showing, so you get 60 cents as opposed to 0 cents. Yeah, and I agree. It's better to get some than none. But I hate to see everybody, regardless of whether you're on disability or you work at a factory or you mow lawns or whatever you do for your income, if you're going to be kind enough and heartfelt enough to send money to help someone out or to support someone, I don't want to see you basically feeding your money, basically, if you send $10, you're putting $5 into a paper shredder. I don't like seeing that. I value every single penny that I get, and it just yeah, I don't like to see anybody just throw money away. It rips me up when I see that happen. People, New batteries make this baby work like new. That's what she said. With Venmo, if you do it and set it to receive in that account 1 to 3 business days, you get the full amount. Wow. People will donate because they want to see or other people to see them give. Besides that, I mean, I'll be completely honest, Tony. I don't trust the super chat thing. I don't trust the super stickers, just like I don't trust the membership. You forget when I had the old channel, I never got any of them. I never got a single one of the super chats, a single one of the memberships, anything. And when I lost my channel, when they shut down the old channel, they kept all that for themselves. There was over $500 in super chats. They kept trying to tell me I got it. I kept trying to tell them I didn't. I said, "How did I pull my very first month being monetized? I got almost $300 in super chats, but my check was only um, like $87 or something like that." They tried to say that they paid it to me in that very first check, and I told them they didn't. So when you lose the channel, they keep all of that. They don't send you a check for all that stuff. So I don't really trust it all that much. There's a million content creators out there that have no problems. That's weird. I don't donate unless I feel it's truly worth person or persons involved. That's how I would be too. If you have been, would like to give, let me know. Send me a check. um, Now with the whole check thing, I know you were joking, Tony, but like with the whole check thing, my wife actually put me on her account. Um, she actually put me on her bank account because when I was selling goods at the reenactments and stuff, a lot of times people would write me a check. They didn't have a lot of cash or something like that. So I can go right out to the credit union and cash any check now. I didn't really have a lot of problems um, doing it before, but now it's much smoother. I don't even have to pull an ID out anymore. I'll message you my Venmo account name. Okay, Jan. You're funny, Tony. Really, on my show, I have said many times that I do not give a fuck about making money off YouTube. Free guns to try out, we could talk. Now, see, that's how I am. That's how I am. Somebody wants to, or says, "Hey, Drew, we love your Western persona. Here's a reproduction, Colt revolving rifle. Here's a couple of 6 shooters. Check these things out. Let us know what you think. Do a review on them. You can keep them." I'd be all over that. I'd be on that like flies on a pile of cow poop. Wouldn't take me 2 seconds. I wouldn't even have to rethink it. Be like, okay, knives, axes. I need to get me another hawk block out here. I need a hawk block out here in the yard to throw. People give money with no thought most times. Very true. Oh, Tony, I appreciate that, bud. I appreciate that. It will likely not be a Hawken. Eh, as long as I can hunt. As long as I can hunt again. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Um, Kentucks are in the circle I run with. Nothing wrong with a Kentucky long rifle, bud. Nothing wrong with a Kentucky long rifle. And I've shot flint and percussion. So thir- 30 years I've shot everything from Charlevilles to Brown Besses to Pennsylvanias to Kentuckys to Rocky Mountain rifles. Um, the only thing I've not had a chance to shoot yet is a matchlock. Always wanted to shoot a matchlock. There's just not that many of them around, and the ones that are around are expensive as hell. People don't like the flint lag. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. I know. A lot of people, yeah, and the fire to pan. Yep, you got it. Now, see, on my shooting bag, or I should say on my shooting bags that I've made in the past, I've always got a touch hole pick and a file in my bag. So, after the first, extra flints as well. After the first few shots, when they go off well, I'll either re-tap my flint, or I'll put a new piece of flint in. Um, I've always got the touch hole pick, so after two or three shots, I'm sitting there picking the hole out, making sure it's nice and smooth and stuff. So, little tricks I've learned over all the years of shooting. If I had hard time with the left barrel on my side by side. Oh, did you really? Huh. I I've only shot one flintlock shotgun, and that was years ago. Matter of fact, it was probably 30 years ago, 35 years ago. No, it wasn't. I was a junior in school, so it was 36 years ago. I shot a flintlock shotgun, and I don't remember getting peppered at all. I might have just been so excited getting to shoot it that I don't remember, but I did. I don't remember getting peppered at all by it. Your nose was too close to the flash. Now I know the guy that owned it. He was the father to a real good friend of mine. They had um, God, they had a covered wagon they pulled around on a car hauler. Used to do Friendship, Indiana, the gun shoots down there every year. They'd haul the covered wagon down there and put the lean-to off the back of it for the kids to sleep in and stuff. That dude was so peppered up, man. He was pitted like crazy. I don't know how many times he had shot that damn shotgun and just peppered his face in the wind and stuff. That guy was that guy was bulletproof when he was younger. Oh yeah, 4 minutes to go already. My God, didn't have too many problems learning the flintlock. Now, flintlock's pretty easy to use. Um, make up your cartridges, put a little bit of powder in the pan, close the frizzen down, go up, drop your powder, put your silk on there, set your ball, ram it down, stick the ramrod back in, hammer back, she's ready to go. Um, Only bad thing, is if you're working in the rain or working in the snow, you always want to have a nice dry cloth in your shooting bag, so you can wipe off your frizzen and everything, so you can still get a good spark. Other than that, I've never had a problem. It isn't loading. That is simple. It's working out the lag. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's why it never really mattered to me. Percussion or flint. Yeah, granted, when I'm doing the time period, you know, I kind of like that. The boom. That 1 second between the hammer hitting the frizzen, the flash in the pan, and then it not going through the touch hole and igniting the powder in the barrel. You know, I was really kind of favorable to that, but it took a few months to shoot well. Hey, Templar, good to see you, bud. It's all right, man. It's all right. We're sitting in here doing the same thing we always do, just chatting away. Hope you're having a good day, though. It's Friday. You only got one more day, then you got a day off. I converted mine to flint from percussion, from a cap kit. Oh, wow. Most people convert to cap from flint. Very cool. At least you was able to find the right size lock and everything to be able to convert it over. That seems to always be the hardest thing for folks, is finding the proper lock that fits the stock and everything just right. I was portraying 1776. Very cool. Very cool. One of my favorite time periods to do. Oh, CVA. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotta love CVA, man. Gotta love CVA. Locks are interchangeable. Yeah. Yep. CVA. I've had quite a few CVAs in my life. Different styles. As a matter of fact, my my Muscatoon was a CVA. Beautiful little gun. Beautiful little gun. Of course, they come in that unfinished white wood. Um, I took mine apart, continuously coated it in vegetable oil, and would bake it just a little bit in the oven, and then I'd pull it out and I'd lightly sand it, and I'd put another coat of vegetable oil on, and I'd slide it back into the oven again, and then I coffee beaned it. Jack of bean. There you go. Got a nice coffee stain on it. All the wood grain showed really good from continuously sticking it into the. Yeah, very nice. Yep, I have no gripes with CVA either. None whatsoever. But all right, guys. it is that time. I am going to get busy working on um, Sunday's video, trying to get the body of the video done. So tomorrow night, all I got to do is record, come home, and slap it on the end. So I am out of here. Do not forget tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have got the Tatiwaba girls, ladies on here from California, Jamie and Bree. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a real good show, probably amongst our best we've ever done. So, let me see here. What's a what? Remember them days, hunting back to the house, 1 or 2 hours, then 4 hours of cleaning. Yeah, yep, especially with the brown bess. Who I can't see without scrolling. Have a good day, everyone. Yep, we will catch you all tonight. But until then, y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. We do. We'll catch y'all later.